I can prove without a slimmer of a doubt that Ness is the Roaring Knight within a matter of minutes. I don't exactly have a script for this wonderful concoction I've made, so this is kind of just me spitballing shit this entire video. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoy. So, in order to prove this, we gotta prove some shit first. We gotta prove that December holiday is Ness and that December holiday is the Roaring Knight. Just watch like a fucking Spooky Dude video on that or something, I don't fucking know. But to prove that December is Ness, we first have to prove that December is human, and to prove and to go along with that, we have to prove that Des is trans and adopted. And to prove that, we got to prove that Ness Loki got characterified by the phase disorder by trying to go through with his skin still on and got his shit burnt to a crisp, and he got his skin burnt and darkened as a result of it. Yeah. So there's quite a bit of evidence that December is human. I'm just gonna go with the top 2 points, like just the main pieces of evidence for that. One being the random ass human shoes in the closet. Like, she has no fucking reason to have those in her closet unless she's actually wearing them. Or, well, wore them, because, she kind of went missing and shit, but, like. And then, second of all, there's a bathroom in the holiday house. And, like, monsters don't exactly use the bathroom the same way that humans do. So, unless Chris was there 24/7 stinking the place up, I don't think they would have a reason to unless someone in the family was a human. Now we got the other two things on the prove first list that'll kind of just go into fanfic territory. So, in Earthbound, in order to fight Gygas, Ness and his friends transfer their souls into robots so they're not harmed by the phase disorder. However, in Toby Fox's Earthbound Halloween hack, Ness is just not there while the rest of the party is. So, if you can remember back to Game Theory's Sans' Ness video, which I'm gonna be real is a wonderful video. I don't know why people hated on it so fucking much. Um, Matthew Patrick made the claim that instead of returning home, Ness ended up somewhere else. So he tried to return home using the phase disorder with his skin still on and turned into Sans the Skeleton. Similar principle here, except that he didn't become Sans Undertale. And as opposed to that, he went into the phase disorder to attempt to return home, wound up in Deltarune with his shit burnt off, and his skin darkened. He would end up getting adopted by the Holiday family. And yeah. Now, fatty liver disease is a skin... well, that's not a skin condition, but it doesn't affect the skin. Fatty liver disease is a result of the liver not functioning right, essentially. And it can cause a yellowing of the skin, like that we see in Chris. Now, this would also explain why, if December Holiday is the knight who's actually Ness from Earthbound, uh, like, okay, fuck, wait, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, it would explain why, Chris mimics so much of the knight's moves. Because, well, Chris looked up to Des and, well, tried to be like them, mimicking their their movements and like shit. I don't fucking know. Which it would explain why Chris looks up to December in the first place. If December Holiday is a Ness from Earthbound, well, then we have like okay, fuck, I keep getting mixed up here. I think I'll just have to cut some of this shit out. Um, but like Des would also be a human like Chris, which pretty rare in hometown, considering the entire fucking population is monsters other than them. December would also be going through some shit similar to Chris. You know, like uh just the fucking silence, bro. Oh my. Um fuck, where was I going with that train of thought? Like I think you guys can definitely see where I'm getting with this, but like I gotta keep fucking yapping to like prove it. Like okay, so Chris, fatty liver disease, right? Fatty liver disease is caused by like yeah, like overworking the liver. I'm pretty sure it's been like a hot minute since I've checked on what the hell actually causes fatty liver disease. Um, so by what we can see Chris eat, it's not exactly the most healthy and balanced diet, and it's mainly just sugar, chocolate milk, a whole ass pie, that kind of shit. Which would mean that Chris kind of has a sweet tooth and kind of just devours shit with sugar, leading to fatty liver disease. Right, right. So you got a little child that's going through some shit, like a whole ass, like one of their organs failing, and then you got this other person going through some of the exact same shit. December. Although it's not exactly on the exact same scale, having the dingling burnt off pretty kind of hurts. So, yeah, it's kind of how kind of why Chris looks up to Des in a way. I think I had a completely different intention for this. However, I just got completely fucking sidetracked. Um, the amount of editing I have to do here, bro, just because I kept fucking just going quiet, bro. Um, anyways, now I'm gonna be reusing uh some of the slides from my last theory to just add more evidence to linking Ness to the Roaring Night. I'm not gonna be using all of it from my last theory because it kind of gets iffy later on. So Both wield a bat. Bat's cracked. Starlight attacks, and both of them both flash before unleashing a huge ass attack. Both can teleport. And I want to call out real quick that this is what failing to teleport on Earthbound looks like. The caster is covered in a black suit, kind of like the color palette of the knight. Then yeah, teleport. There's two types of teleports in Earthbound: Teleport A and Teleport B. Teleport B requires you to spin in a circle to teleport, and Teleport A requires you to reach top speed in an open area to teleport, of which the knight uses both. You got the knight turning into a ball and bitch slapping Susie in Chapter 3, and then, while kidnapping people, the knight attempts to use Teleport A to get away. Yeah, it's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this theory. I hope you enjoyed and somehow made sense of the shit I was blabbering about. And with that being said, peace.